Focal point of his offense this week. It's the Cards and the Hawks, and it's coming up next on Madden.
Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And we are underway here on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. Under center, it'll be the Southern California native standing at 6'4", Sam Darnold.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left.
Well, this defense for the Seahawks very strong in that victory a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground. And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defenders' minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
And it's fielded at the 34. Unable to corral him. He fights through.
A solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards.
And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, it's the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. On the tackle, it was the West Virginia man, Kaiser White.
At the Cardinals' 47-yard line.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. The Seahawks at 9-4 now on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
But you look at this defense.
They sit at number 20 in the NFL right now against the run.
And the focus now is making sure that they're hitting on all cylinders as they head into the playoffs. And that means they've got to stop the run better. Because playoff football often means running football. So they've got to be prepared for that.
Setting up the screen here. This is Walker.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain there of 21 yards.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front. completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
Trying the left side with Walker. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Because his primary job is defending against the pass, you don't often see a cornerback making tackles in the backfield. But he's playing run all the way here.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. To throw is Smith. This is the tight end fan. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Back to throw, Smith. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Seahawks are on the board first here this afternoon. This crew, they were on a roll going into the bye week that they just had, Charles, so sort of picking up where they left off.
And you and I both know that when you come back off of an open week and you've been winning games, you should get a few extra days off in order to recharge and refuel. But coaches often hedge their bets, too. They'll bring them back and work them really hard that first practice back to make sure that they're back and grounded.
Whatever they did, formula looking good so far in this one. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Faking the give, Darnold. Pass incomplete.
Well, he left no doubt about that one because even though he hasn't left the pocket, he's got a receiver in the area, so it's not grounding, even though there was no way that ball was going to be caught.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down. On 4th down, Drew Chrisman on to punt. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Out comes the Seattle offense. We take a peek at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. And what they do know is that they'll be playing at home come January, at least for one game, as they have locked up the NFC West.
And everyone wants that top spot, partner. We know that because that guarantees you home field advantage throughout the playoffs. But whether or not that's in the cards or not, you have to be impressed with how this team is playing.
You look at this Arizona defense against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards, the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
First down, Seattle.
Up the middle, here's Walker. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
Smith's throw into the hands of Fan. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 19. That one goes for 24 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll get this out wide to Metcalf. Touchdown! DK Metcalf. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Seahawks lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Darnold. He'll get that one to Carter complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
And as a quarterback, you're always pleased when you can use all the weapons at your disposal. Here he spots his fullback underneath, gets the completion right there for a nice pickup.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. Back in Arizona, 2nd quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think we call that season's greetings right there. He came up, pow! Knocked him for a loss.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. Throw out wide is incomplete. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point a drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. DK Metcalf of the Seattle offense about set to take over once again. Well, he's within shouting distance of a 1,000-yard season. Going to need a pretty good finish, though, if he wants to reach that mark.
Well, I like how you phrased it, partner. He is within shouting distance. If he stays on this pace, he's got a shot at it. But he needs a big game in there, right, to make sure that he gets it. So you know that during the week, in practice, and look, he asks for the ball all the time anyway. He's really going to ask for the ball and let his quarterback know he's open.
Now Geno. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. They had 3 tight ends in on that set, and they were really good at blocking for their running back.
And give them a lot of credit because in football nowadays, tight ends coming out of college often don't block very often. These guys have really developed into superior blockers, and that's why they use them in this formation so often.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Second down, here's Charbonnet. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Throwing on third down, Smith. We'll get that to Charbonnet. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 18. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On the give, here's Charbonnet. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through. And it's a nice job to hold just a couple and force a third down.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Geno out to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Touchdown, Seahawks. From 10 yards out. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball, or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary, or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The offense heading back out as we take a closer look at Austin Eckler. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, He can get into the secondary so fast, the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. From the 43, it's 2nd and 3. Darnold now to throw. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Now Darnold. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Here's Darnold. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Back to throw, Darnold. Pass to the right, and he's got McBride. So they'll get nothing out of that play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Goes right back to McBride. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Nice job understanding the situation. 3rd and long, kept the play in front of them and made the tackle. They gave up a good chunk of yardage, but it does force a 4th down.
A 24-yard attempt.
Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will close the gap down to 14. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Seahawks going to take over now late in this first half. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. Now Gino on first down. That is taken in by the tight end Finn. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now it's Smith. Catch is made by Metcalf. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's John. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late-season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the 3rd. Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 at about the 32. Now they'll start on the ground with Charbonnet to about the 35, 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 35, here's 2nd down and 7. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing.
Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Maurice Hurst breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to have to put a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
Smith. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a 1st down.
Defense.
Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them. Kind of a fine line when you're setting up a screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly, and you definitely don't want to throw it too late, and that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 21. That's good for 28 yards.
They go with the empty set there, 5 receivers in the formation. Normally, you want to have a running back in to block, but in this case, he's lined up to the right, and he ends up getting the football. A lot of confusion caused defensively, and it turns into a big play.
Option play, and they'll give to Walker. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves and start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
He's been patient this entire game, waiting for the perfect moment to surprise them with a quarterback keeper. There he catches him off guard and converts his first rush of the game into a 1st down. Gotta love that efficiency.
Straight ahead, Walker. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Now a 2nd and 6. And now a handoff to Charbonnet. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. And they'll run on 3rd down with Charbonnet. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage. There's just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result, now they're looking at a 4th down. Myers' kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. A first down throw, Darnold. That's into the hands of Eckler. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Well, this had trouble written all over it from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
On the give, it's Walker. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. So the completion good for just 3. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Cardinal offense takes back over. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Darnold. Open man is Duvernay. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. 58 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the 1st down.
1st down, and they stick with Eckler. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the 4th and final quarter. Here's Darnold now on 2nd down. They'll get this out wide to Eckler. So the completion gets him just a yard, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Darnold's throw complete to McBride. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. That's just his 2nd catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game, and they've done a great job of doing that.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
Draymond Jones has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. That's complete to McBride. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 29-yard line. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow them to convert a 3rd and 18. On first down, it's Darnold. Able to get this one to McBride. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. Over the middle here to Brown. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Eckler now between the tackles. And he'll get 4 there, now to about the 12-yard line.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
2nd down and 6 now. Here's Darnold running the option left. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now they'll bring one of their tight ends in motion right. Eckler is going backwards here, all the way back to the 5-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. That's to McBride, and he has it. Touchdown, Cardinals. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Cardinals are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. All right, so this one not quite over yet. Back to a 2-score game, CD.
Yeah, and you've still got 4+ minutes to go, so when you think about comebacks, it's happened before. Now, it hasn't happened often, but you've got to think to yourself, let's be the next great comeback story and play this one out.
Here's Reek Woolen bringing it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively.
They've been pretty anemic on this side of the football in the second half, just 3 points, and you just saw the touchdown go the other way, so it's a 2-score game. We're not done here yet.
I think everyone's on the edge of their seats now because they're anticipating what's coming, and I sense that everyone in the stadium knows they need to keep it on the ground. So if you're going to do that, hope the quarterback is stretched a little bit. Some bootlegs, right? Some fakes inside, getting out to the perimeter. Those might be open for him.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Now a run with Walker. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
49 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Another run on second down, trying to cover up. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. That is caught. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Five points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They run again with Walker. This carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, but not much room to operate. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and they're going to have a 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, here's Walker. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. And he's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. So it's a win for the Seahawks here. And it was thanks in large part to the play of the man who's been doing this for a while, their veteran quarterback.